Good morning. Thank you again for staying with us. 9 days away to the most important election.
No, I object to saying thank you. They should thank us for putting on this doggone program, because this state needs somebody speaking out for the big trouble we are in with most crooked and most broke state in the union.
Yep.
Well, we have to change that. And this great grassroots, this American populist movement known as the Tea Party, that believes in smaller government, fiscal responsibility, individual freedoms and responsibility, and upholding a conservative view of the Constitution, will do the right things this cycle and in the future to restore Illinois to the great state.
You and I had a talk about this, set up this program, that we were really going to bring to the fore the contribution made by the various Tea Party groups here in Illinois and around the nation, too.
There are great people out there.
Listen, I've seen this lady. She's a beautiful woman.
It's not about me. I'm one of many.
I know.
You've given me an
opportunity. You're wearing, are those 10-inch heels?
No, these are not 10-inch heels. Oh, good golly, no.
You're wearing, you're beautiful and you wear those high heels, but I've seen you in flats as you were going out door to door, and that's not just a little bit, it's a lot, and over many months and years. You've personally done that and attracted people around you. And what's the organization you
Ours
do?
is Awaken America, but there are great grassroots
leaders
leaders out there.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Let's take this opportunity now, Lennie. Champion News is doing a
Grassroots Hero Award. We're giving away tickets to the WIND's One Night Only to see Glenn Beck, Dennis Miller, Michael Medved, all of their hosts one night.
And the One Night Only is on
November the 3rd. So
at the
this coming up at the Coup Theater. So Saturday night here.
Yep.
And you've got till Halloween to get your nominations in for grassroots leaders that you know here in the state of Illinois. Get your nominations in. We're looking for people that are true servant leaders that are out there working in the grassroots that we can help promote and expose their stories to more people so they can see what the Tea Party and what grassroots leaders are all about.
And grow their organizations, because they're the ones that are out there. Jack, you know what? You've given me a privilege here. It's an honor and a privilege to be sitting here every Sunday.
I know that, but you've earned it.
But you know what? There's other folks that have done just as much, and they're unsung heroes.
Yeah, they are.
There's a lot of unsung heroes out there, and they are just doing this because they love America.
You know what pleases those unsung heroes? When they finally find that somebody's listening to them and that they're pleased for justice and for decency in the American way that they want, and when they see that personally they're doing some good.
And they love
That's
America,
what they want.
and they want a better America.
They do.
They're not doing it to run for office. They're not doing it for any type of gravitas. They don't care. I've heard
doing
so
it
many
because it's right.
Yes,
it's the right
I've heard
thing to
so
do.
many of them say to me, Carol, I don't care who gets the credit. I just want to get it done.
Okay, now this is a really key point, because we'll go back to the 2010 election. We know that they use union folks, and they actually pay union folks to go out and canvass and politic.
Right.
Let me tell you the difference between somebody that's doing a job because they're paid to do it and somebody that has a passion and a fire for this country, something that they want to be able to pass on to their children. You can't pay for that kind of passion. It's that kind of passion that won the election. Now, we got to remember, too, the Tea Party still in its birthing phase.
Yeah,
it's a new entity, but I've seen it grow. I've seen it mature. I've seen Tea Party people doing what you've done, Lennie, and actually run for office.
Right.
They're running for it at the local level. They're taking over their school boards. They're running for congressional seats in the House.
Yep.
I mean, they've picked up the mantle. And believe it or not, whatever the media says, this is a train coming down the tracks, and ain't nobody going to slow this up.
And you know what I do believe? I do believe that the folks, especially a lot of the grassroots leaders that I've been privileged and honored to meet and stand shoulder to shoulder with in this battle, is they get it. This is not about a candidate.
Right.
This is not about an election cycle. This is about perpetrating legacy for election to election.
Right.
They're not giving up.
This is not a short-term proposition.
And they're not
it's a
going
long battle.
away.
Right.
In fact, they're getting smarter. They're getting more experienced. They're getting stronger.
Yep.
As long as they, a lot of them, as long as they keep their eye on the ball, and there's a lot of them that have, it's about our country.
Yeah.
And I know you want to say something right now.
Well, the whole thing is that the Tea Party are reasoning people, and their motto goes from values to victory. These solid values going all the way back to the founders of our country that talked about keeping things direct. But think of how bad things have gotten. The education part of it, of what's happened in this state of Illinois and this nation, has been entirely corrupted by a bunch of left-wing creeps, mainly the NEA, which Forbes called the National Extortion Association, and the rotten bunch here in Illinois is the IEA, and they have bankrupted single-handedly the state of Illinois. And they've also bankrupted the morals of the school system, and we've got to get out of the school system being a single-payer method of the government to teach our children. We don't want them taught the crap that of the working, what's that guy that wrote the book and dedicated it to the devil?
Saul Alinsky. You know what? We're going to talk more about schools and school boards because there's great opportunity for solutions when we come back after the break.